this year. They chose Brighton, joining other members of Brighton's team last Sunday, a day after record-breaking temperatures. What was expected to be a gentle run, Ros did the 5k, Martin the 10k, turned out to be a lot more challenging than anticipated on terrain that covered the edge of the South Downs and one particular evil hill. It was certainly a course reminiscent of the hitching hard 10k without the tarmac. Of course, this event is more about cause than the times, and anyone wishing to support can do so at fundraise.cancersearchuk.org. Martin's Race for Life 59. This week's park running was a local affair with the Hares out at Letchworth and Stevenage. Leading the charge at Letchworth on a brutally hot day was Chris Whitmore, with namesake Chris Fry taking on the course for the first time, only a few places behind. Meanwhile at Stevenage, relative new boy Sebastian Pedley joined regular park runner Lizzie Sarno to take on the conditions back at the scene of Wednesday night's success.
I've been banned from Stevenage Cricket Club.
You're a professional broadcaster.
No.
We'll do Stevenage Stride in a bit, if that's all right.
Hitchin Running Club.
Because I can't. We need to just have a chat now.
How are we doing, all right?
Yeah, Steve's had a bit of a funny moment.
Now, listen up, people of the internet world.
Who have we got here, then?
1 second. Oh. We are live on YouTube.
Are we?
Facebook isn't working.
But people can't hear you if they...
You what, sorry?
People can't hear you.
What can't hear me?
Okay, carry on, it's all right. Ignore me.
You lost me. So, like, we're live on YouTube. I'm about to share the YouTube link on the Sports Scene Facebook page.
Okay.
And then we'll be job done. So, there we go. Anyway, how are we all doing, everyone? Let's turn this up, make sure we can hear everyone. Who have we got so next to me?
Andy.
Nice and loud, Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
Andy.
It's still Andy.
The surprise was gone.
I thought he might have been higher.
He changed his name in the last 2 minutes.
Andy! Andy! And behind me?
Cat.
Thank God, I thought you were going to say Andy Cat. Cat, and opposite, in between Steve and Dean?
Adam.
Adam. How are we all doing? We all okay? All good. Oh dear, I've lost my voice. It's shocking. So, Hartham United. Will you join us on the phone?
Gosh, a year ago now.
Nearly a year ago, yeah, when we first started.
Kind of when you launched the club, was it? Around that time?
I think it was shortly after our first charity game, because when you played against it, and obviously then you started bigging the misses up, and our heads got bigger and bigger the whole year since that.
Well, you know. Nice to late.
So before we start, you actually play football against Jay Drakeford?
I played at half. I was coming back from injury.
To find play, we played against Peter Wynn and Darren Murphy, and then whoever else turned up on the day.
Right. What was that experience like? I mean, he talks a good game. Is he as good as he says?
He's actually quite a good little player, to be fair to him. He sat in the middle of the park and got on the ball.
Who, Jay?
A good little
player.
I don't think we're talking about the same person.
I played up front.
Yeah, but you couldn't get up there, so you just sat in the middle of the park.
That was my first game back after my horrific injury the year before. So I played a half and thought, I'm not doing any more, because Johan Lewis can just run all day, can't he, and just smash people. So
Van Lewis got on the ball, he was spraying it about. Jordan was just taking the Michael, and then you had Peter Wynn and Darren Murphy just sat in the centre of the fence and just wouldn't let anyone pass them, or running out with the ball every 2 minutes.
Yeah. It was.
I think one of the lads that played against us that day was Luke Wilkins of the Stevenage Foundation.
That's right.
And he's now signed for us this season.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, that's right. Luke, he's just come back from his travelling. Superb. So how's your year been? We'll talk about the men's team, shall we, first? How's the men's team been?
Luke Wilkinson.
Luke Wilkins.
Oh, right, okay.
If we signed Luke Wilkinson, I don't think we can see the goal for a while, especially in Sunday League.
He's gone. He's in Yeovil. He's done. So yeah, how's your year been since setting up?
The initial year's been good. Like I said, we all touched on it during the season. A lot of it was off the pitch, what we did.
Yeah.
We did neglect the on the pitch a little bit. So we've done a lot of the fundraising, the exposure, building the club, trying to make us as big as we could just to kind of get the charities out there. And yeah, I think since we did that, then you had other little charity teams coming out of it, and one of them became huge, which was Sands United.
Yeah.
Who we are playing at the end of this month on the 28th of July in a charity game, so we're looking to overexpose that as much as we can. But yeah, that game alone brings mainly as a lot of exposure for us. It's that penultimate game after the first year.
Yeah.
To bring the second annual game sort of as big as we can make it. I mean, for us it's special because it's the day before Alfie's birthday. Last year was ridiculously scary because our first ever Sunday League game fell on Alfie's 3rd birthday,
Right.
which is the reason we formed the team.
Yeah.
So let's just stop there for 1 second, because obviously we've picked up a lot of different listeners, so people are going to be like, we don't even know the path from our. Are you happy to talk about what's happened, what happened, where we were, why we got to this point?
Obviously, we got in touch last year when we spoke to you guys back in 2015. Obviously, 29th of July 2015. Me and Kat lost Alfie. Alfie was our firstborn. We lost him during labour. We didn't know how to cope with it. Don't get me wrong, not many people know how to cope with it. It's a very hard thing to talk about. For me, I bottled it up for about 2 years. I didn't know what to say. He was virtually the same. Kat lost all motivation to play football. You didn't play football for a good, 2-3 years?
Oh, no.
So we worked hard to get motivation back into my wife to play football, and obviously for me, I needed to focus on something. I had no control over anything leading up to it. So my idea was to start up a football team to keep his memory alive, because it's something that I can control. And I went with it. What was it, 2 text messages sent out, and straight away I had a referee who's with us today who quit refereeing for a season to come play for us. Didn't go down well with the league, but we got a decent amount, and we got 30 odd players that signed for us last season.
You were a referee.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't really want to admit it, but yeah.
Right, okay.
You us on that one.
And he's come this side of the desk.
I know.
One question for you then. Have you played against anybody that you refereed in the past?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I've
this whole
refereed
thing.
a couple of people from the Harton team, and it didn't go down too well.
You refereed in our league for a whole 2 years prior to this, and then we
Yeah.
signed, and every time we came up against a team, they're like, I know him.
Yeah. Especially a specific someone as well, who wouldn't let me live it down.
Oh, Christ.
I didn't give a penalty to his team, and waved it on, and then half hour later into the match, one of their players decided to stop the ball on the line with his hand, and I gave the penalty. And he goes, "Do you remember that time when you didn't give us a penalty? We gave them one." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Right, I'm never going to forget that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know," and he never does.
The life of a football referee, I guess, you know. You live by your decisions. So, I mean, you touched on it earlier about the publicity and that side of things. I mean, we've kind of seen all your tweets and everything during the year. You're putting some of these bigger clubs to shame with what you're actually doing.
Yeah, no, we've. He's going to love me for mentioning it. We've got Adam Long, who does a lot of our media stuff. He actually works for Watford Football Club,
Right.
and he does their screen on match days. So he got in touch with us after seeing our story in the paper, and credit to him, we try and pay him for what he does, but he will not take a penny off us.
Right.
I must admit,
At
your
all.
social media stuff's brilliant, isn't it?
It's all credit to Adam Long. Everything he's done has been absolutely fantastic. The work he does. So we try and do it a bit OTT. So we're trying to do everything over the top. So we said, look, we're going to act like a Premier League team in a Sunday League environment. And yeah, you do come up against some teams that are like, what the hell are you doing? And we're like, I don't care. So we've had a game where I think it might have been Chip come running on the pitch with his camera, doing like a little after match interview when one of our players is walking off completely puffing out his backside, and he's like, just leave me alone. But no, we're trying to do everything that we can to make it bigger, and this is the way people take notice of it. We get people who have sent messages into the club as if to say like, what like, it's really good like what you're doing.
Yeah.
But obviously we're just trying to do it because the more we do it, people take notice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So
And these other clubs are accepting what you're doing as well. They're
Yeah, no, a lot
they're
of them-
taking it in the right
a lot of them
way.
have got on the back of it. I mean, we didn't realise just how many clubs actually followed us and actually wanted to sort of see what we were doing until I think it was when we went to we got invited to the grassroots Hertfordshire grassroots awards last week.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the other week,
And it turns out we got nominated for Project of the Year,
Right.
and we won that award last week. And
Oh, brilliant.
it was a lot of teams in our league that nominated us for it,
Oh,
which says a lot considering, fair enough, we had our fair amount of arguments with opposition teams during the season, as you do when you get a bit competitive, but
yeah.
they all respect what we're doing, and that is massively appreciated by us.
Superb. Absolutely brilliant. So did you end up anywhere in the league last year?
We finished fourth bottom, I think, in the league.
In what
But
league?
It was the East Herts Corinthians, Division 3 of, I think it was 4 divisions, I think.
Yeah.
So we got put up a division for some weird reason, which never understood, but we'll go with it.
And was it the fact that you had a goal for last season, or was it just, well, let's just go out and just see if we can keep a team out there every game?
No, last season it was more of a learning curve. We did sign a few players that, to be fair, just wanted to be a part of it because of what it was.
Yeah.
We signed a few players that knew that they were a bit of a level above the level we were playing, but they wanted to play for the cause. So we had a mixed bunch last year. This year it's quite different. We put the feeler out that we wanted to have a more serious pre-season, and we've had players that have come from teams that we've played against last season or teams in the league above us that have dropped down to play for us. So we've got a really nice Scottish guy that everyone loves, and I think his nickname's slowly turning into subtitles when he talks. And we've signed him, and we've signed basically we signed Dazza and Spence from a team called Rillet in our league, in the league above us. And they, as soon as we put the feeder out, we wanted them. They jumped at it, came straight to us, and came in. We've had a few other teams, players coming along as well. We're not approaching anyone. The people are liking what we're doing. They want to get involved with what we're doing.
Where'd you play?
We play at Harton Leisure Centre, Harton Commons, or Hertford.
Right.
But no, what we say is quite nice because that's where I work there. So they've done, like everyone active have done a lot for us in terms of giving us a pitch at a cheaper rate to ensure we can raise more money off the pitch.
Good.
So all the hard work we've done off of it is to raise as much as we can. Like last season, we get, I think I touched on it last year when I spoke to you guys as well, but each player in our team is targeted to raise 30 quid.
Yeah.
So it's like running a London Marathon where you're saying, look, I want to raise this amount of money. So if we've got 18 players per team, for example, all raising £30. I mean, so far this season we've had, 4 or 5 players that have actually been sponsored, and we've raised £710 already.
Right.
So our aim is to get as high. Our aim was £1,000 this year, but I think we're going to surpass last year's.
What does it cost to run a team?
A lot. In terms of fees off the pitch, I mean,
You've got to pay for kit, pitch.
but we did get quite lucky. We've had some absolutely brilliant sponsors.
Yeah.
Like this season alone, we've got a new home kit sponsor from a nice flooring company from a guy called Dan Morris, who's sponsored us for a whole new home strip.
What's his company name?
DTM Flooring.
There you go.
Solid.
But then we've got one of our players. I'm not going to say his real name because he moans at me, but we call him Ginge. Everyone knows him. He's nicknamed the bowling ball last season when he ran through 3 defenders and literally left them all laying there. But no, his company.
Were you the referee that day? Did you let him get away with that?
No, but he's a Luton fan, so I would have given him a red card for it.
Yeah, he's our Luton fan that doesn't let anyone in the team just like live it down. So.
Token.
He's the token. He's the only one in there that's talking, but he's the only one that don't stop talking about it.
They
as well,
care
so.
for it, don't they?
Yeah, you have to let him in.
Yeah.
He came straight over. I mean, he's another one. He hopefully doesn't mind me mentioning it, but he's one that joined sort of 3/4 into the season. We didn't find out until he started talking to us properly that he lost his little girl when he was younger, the same way I did.
Right.
And he wanted to get involved, and he straight away came involved. He proved himself straight away that he's a very good player.
Yeah.
Stepped in, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. And as soon as he realised what we were doing, he alone has his own company. He sponsored us some raincoats. Then we had a couple of other players whose family members, a gentleman called Ross Kilford. I think it's his in-laws company sponsored us for some training tops. So we're all kitted out. We've got a nice gentleman that, to be fair, I used to work with that I haven't spoken to for about 3 or 4 years. He's got a publishing company. He sponsored us jumpers. So the men's team is fully kitted out. And now it's time to grow the ladies' team. Then we've got Hertford Flooring, who straight away got in touch with you, and they sponsored the home strip.
So you're branching out
Solid,
into women's football.
Yeah, so it was a plan in place for me for 2, 3, 4 years down the line. And some circumstances changed at the current place that they were playing, and I think you dropped it into a conversation with me about it. I looked into it. Yeah, she got a bit annoyed with me because I was always on my laptop crunching numbers, but yeah, we looked into it, and to be fair, it took a bit of persuading for a lot of people to come over, but we thought, look, we're going to give you a home to play, and we'll support you where we can. A lot of places wanted to help. As soon as we branched into ladies football, the exposure's been fantastic for it as well.
Brilliant. Super. So you got a full team for next season, Kat?
Yeah, I've got about 15 players. Looking for 2 or 3 more potential players.
Brilliant. Superb. So where are you playing your home games?
Same as the men's, Harton, 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoons.
Nah. I've got a problem with that place. Have you been there, Steve?
No.
As a well-oiled striker, like myself, just behind one of the goals is a river.
We've moved our pitch from
Oh,
what
have
we
ya?
played on.
I was going to say.
Every single time, I think we lost about 5 balls alone with Jay up front. So. But no, we've moved pitches. We're now on the furthest pitch away from the river, so we don't lose as many footballs anymore.
That's a good idea. Little bribe, big, isn't it?
There's a little bribe. As soon as we've got the ladies' team, it's like we have to be one after the other, and they have to be close to the change rooms as part of their league rules. So we were like, why don't we get the good pitch?
Yeah, you have. Hang on a minute. They have to be closer to the
No,
changing room.
There's a league
You
regulations
have to be a
there.
certain distance away from the pitch, apparently.
Their league rules is like you have to be a certain feet or metres away from changing facilities.
Really?
So we.
Why?
I don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
I don't know. Well, there we go.
So, what league will you be playing in then?
Beds and Hearts, Division 1. So there's 3 divisions and we're Division 1. So because we're the same team, because we're from another team, we've basically the same squad, we've just said we can stay in Division 1. We haven't got to go down to the bottom and start again.
Okay.
Superb. And I've got to ask you, as you're standing next to us tonight, Kat, did you watch the game last night?
Yes.
We're not mentioning the game. Did you watch it, chaps? Everyone watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
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 What a shame, eh? But the exposure's been fantastic, isn't it?
It's the highest-
Fantastic.
I think it's the most watched show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.7 million people. Yeah. It's just a typical England performance in a big game, wasn't it?
Penalty.
Men, women, doesn't matter.
Don't mention penalties.
No, that's exactly it.
Cool, so what else we got in the pipeline? You got a game coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, so 28th of, well, yeah, in a couple of weeks to be fair, on the 14th of July we're playing a team called Reach Out FC.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they did reach out to us, pardon the pun on that one, but they got in touch with us saying that they're looking to start a team to, I think it's for Mind Charity, for mental health awareness. So they're doing a lot off the ball. Like,
Yeah.
they're doing a lot off the pitch. That's what they want to do. So we're trying to help them where we can. So they are trying to raise money for a kit at the moment. So
You're seeing that more and more. You're playing Sands. You're seeing charities
Yeah.
build football teams and
it's
and
nice.
get involved.
It's nice because Sands, when they first started, when they were really small before they got as big as they have got, they got in touch with us when they were first starting out, and they asked us advice on what we're doing to raise money. And we said, look, we're just getting player sponsors. It's probably the easiest way to branch out, because companies will get in touch with you because it's exposure for them and it helps as well. And they know they're doing a good thing to get in touch with football as well.
Yeah.
And they took it and they rolled with it. I mean, it's nice because they won Project of the Year as well in the Northamptonshire FA.
Wow.
And they won the Pride of Sport Team of the Year as well, because they actually picked Man City for it.
Really?
Apparently, yeah, I've seen all the videos online. They've got themselves very big. And there's a gentleman down there called Robert Allen, who's one that I talk to a lot, and Leon Gavin. And them two have done an amazing job up there, and everyone that's got involved with it. They're literally a team. Every single player in their team has lost a little one at some point.
Oh my
That's what
goodness.
brings their team together, and that's what makes it so special.
Mm.
So having them as part of essentially Alfie's birthday, and to celebrate his birthday in such a meaningful environment, is something we can grow. They've been all over Sky Sports News, BT Sport. One of their players was 9 for Nora, who got found at the FA Cup semi-final. Jake Humphrey, I think, tweeted about him, and he raised about 50 grand just off the back of that one tweet.
It's all luck, isn't it? And hitting the right place at the right time, and what you can get out of it.
Brilliant. Absolutely superb. So you've got 2 games coming up.
Yeah, so
Ladies start September. You're in
No.
pre-season now?
We don't start pre-season until next Wednesday. We've
Okay.
got 7 friendlies.
well, you got your first friendly in 3 weeks.
21st of July, yeah, that's 3 weeks.
When the new goalkeeping coach, because our lovely goalkeeper over there, he's leaving next season to go back into refereeing, and he's taken over the goalkeeping coaching for the ladies, because he is desperate to stay involved with the whole setup. And it's nice because people they're apologetic that they can't be involved, but they're trying their best to stay involved, which I can't fault them.
How many players you got?
Oh Christ, we've got 24 players,
Wow.
I think, for the men's team.
And does everyone get a game? Everyone gets the same amount of time, or is it some people are available more than others?
No, we have a few players that are sort of more. They're available every now and again. We've got
Right.
one that loves a holiday every so often, but it doesn't let you know till last minute. But no, we had 30 odd players last year, and we still had games where we turned up with 14, 15
Oh,
players
right.
every now and again. But I
Yeah.
think we were one of the only Sunday sides last season who rocked up with 16 players pretty much every game.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
And you won't be short of a referee.
I refereed us the other week, and I think we played a St Albans Prem team, and that didn't go down too great.
No,
Probably the worst thing to do before you've even started fitness training, but
There's a couple of dubious decisions there. That,
5 yards offside and you let it go.
yeah.
Look, you're a young man. You're obviously fit and healthy, and you're good at football. Why do you want to become a referee?
I think it was just through interest, really. It was just something like I've given the referee enough stick now. I thought,
No, I
is
don't
it
think
really
you can
as
ever
bad
give
as-
a referee.
I just fancy being on the
I
other
don't think
side
you can
of
ever
this.
run out of stick for a referee.
You're talking to the professional young man.
And do you want to get to the top?
That would be sort of ideal. Yeah, that would be.
It's not just a hobby; it's sort of something you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if Michael Oliver at the age of 31 can be a Premiership referee,
Yeah.
then by the age of I think it's 38, I could potentially do the same. I mean, it is at the moment it's a hobby, but there's no point in not trying to reach.
No,
as high as you
absolutely.
can get,
Got to be as good as you can.
That's tough. You used to be a referee, didn't you?
Oh, a long time ago. I
Yeah.
used to referee with Dan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember I used to do a lot of refereeing down. That was back in my days before I started abusing referees from the other side of it, and I thought, you know what, if I come across one of me, I'm not like that.
Brilliant. Well, have we mentioned everything we needed to talk about tonight? We've not missed anything out from you half and wonderful people. We've got everything in. Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the game? Give us the plug again.
Cool. So we've got a charity game, which is the Alfie Calvert Memorial Cup on the 28th of July.
Yeah.
That's against Sands United, and that's going to be played at Ware Town Football Club this year.
Yeah. Remember you said that one? Yeah.
The ladies have got their first game. That's going to be played. It's going to be played the same place. It's going to be played at Watson Park. They're playing Watson Park ladies. They're playing a team in the league above them, so they're giving themselves a nice hard game as their first game. And that's
Beat
2
them last
p.m.
year.
On the new
Did ya?
3G surface over there. Oh, it's good.
Brilliant. What position do you play?
Centre mid.
Yeah, Jay found that out when he ran.
Up and down. Did she up and down?
I
Box to
always
box.
sit, I don't do a lot of running.
Ah, right. Okay.
She
that's
sprays the old assists every now and again, and Jay couldn't keep up with it.
Stick the odd opposition player up in the air.
Most of them are like this big. So.
Put them into the ground.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very
Great.
much for coming on, guys, girls.
Thank you.
Brilliant. We'll keep an eye on you. We'll keep sharing your stuff. Absolutely superb stuff that you're doing. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah,
Superb.
brilliant. Brilliant. We'll follow that during the season.
Yeah, make
Keep
sure you
tweets
send
coming.
your content. Yeah,
Don't
definitely.
have to say that, do I? We know there will be.
No.
Right, do you want to cut to the next news? I'll see these guys out, and then we'll crack on with our phone call from
Cool.
Claire and Davey from the Striders.
Okay.
Cool.
And it is Stephen Striders.
It is.
Yeah.
You go for it, Stevie.
On Wednesday, we've just been talking about that. 39 Striders took part in the fourth and last scoring that started just outside Fairlands Valley Park and finished in the valley. First Strider home was Johnny Nichols in an impressive 38-48, followed by Steve Wells in 40-30, finishing third in his age category. First lady home was newcomer Hannah West. She finished in 51-02, followed by Esperanza Castro, 52-47, and Litzel. Oh dear, Beeson. Oh, you did this on purpose, didn't you? Beeson Doot. Does that sound right? 53-37. That sounds right to me. There were PBs for Brendan Kelly, 41-04, Glenn Kusner, 41-56, Phil Deeves, 50-15, and Ann Miller, 55-32. The men's team finished third and the ladies' team fourth. Overall, the club were fourth on the night and overall fourth in the division of 8 clubs. The next race on 11th of July is the Mob Match, which is a non-scoring fixture where all the clubs from all 3 divisions can take part. It's a bit of fun to round the series off and gives the club an opportunity to see their 2 age category prize winning runners, Steve Wells and Esperanza Castro, pick up their awards. And finally, from the Striders on Sunday, Chris and Sue Lee took on the 26.5 mile Hearts Hobble off-road challenge and the hot conditions that went with it. This was Chris's 53rd marathon. The route is described in a 7-page set of instructions that runners must follow to stay en route. Starting in Buntingford, Chris and Sue travelled to a range of local villages, including Anstey, Nuthampstead, Barkway and Whittiel, and they both stayed on track and finished in 6 hours 36 minutes, taking 30 minutes off their result from last year.
So, not only do you have to do a marathon, but you have to follow a 7-page set of instructions for it to
Go around it, you know what I mean?
Got to carry that round as well, haven't you?
Bernard. Right.
How are we doing online now? What's
We're
the
on-
latest
we're
score,
on-
Jay?
We're on YouTube.
We're broadcasting to the world on YouTube.
Yeah.
Currently.
There's some funny people on YouTube.
To the world.
We're on Badmanbutchy Woods live stream, innit? Now I'm saying, fam.
Oh, there he goes with one of his impressions.
How good at them, aren't I? I must tell you, I have a valid excuse. I wasn't out cavorting like Uncle Steve was this week.
Do you know what?
Oh, go on.
As soon as you said yesterday you had a sore throat,
Yeah.
I got one.
Did you?
So go on, how have you got yours?
Out in
Well,
sympathy.
we had friends of the show. I like saying friends of the show. So remember the other week we had Gary and we had Natalie here?
Yes.
This weekend was the charity event.
Yes.
So we raised £1,000 for the hospice on
Hottest day of
Saturday
the year.
afternoon. Oh, don't even go there. Woke up Saturday morning, Mrs. Trapp was like that.
Look at the state of this weather.
Not today, Jamie. Facebook's not on, so she can't even hear me. Jamie, why are we going to work on the hottest day of the year? Get out there. Yeah. Get out there and cut that grass with the scissors again. So out I go with my scissors and cut the grass Saturday morning. Sweating cobs I was.
And you've caught your death.
No, so basically, it was such a great event, but we had a live DJ, didn't we? Gary the DJ. So here he is, our Gazza, sticks the volume up in the sports hall to mega loud, and Plonker Chops here can't be heard. No microphone, no nothing, something like that. I'm not missing it. Find my Facebook page, you can see the videos.
I've seen a video.
I don't
and I
muck
could
around.
hear you.
I don't muck around.
I could hear you.
Yeah, you know, and I give it full beans as ever. So the next day I felt all right, and then it's just got worse throughout the week.
It's like sitting in a room with Bobby Davro tonight with all these accents he's
Yeah,
putting on.
yeah, sound, yeah. yeah. Mickey's going down in the fourth.
Right.
There we go. Doreen is worried. She's worried at the cricket club because she can't find us. I hope you found us now,
Oh,
Doreen, on the YouTube link. Hopefully you can see that
The
Dean is
YouTube.
sporting his wonderful green T-shirt, Doreen. Look at that. What a fine figure of a man. A little push out there for a1trophies.com with our Cole. Look at
A little
that.
bit distorted at the bottom, isn't it?
Pear-shaped, I think you'd call it.
I've got hips.
They're not hips, they're IKEA shelves.
They won't fall down, I can assure you of that.
So, anyway, we better go on to a guest. Running around the whole of England all the time is Claire and Davey. Should we give them a call and see if the phone...
Give him a call.
Maybe the phone will work this
Who's going to
evening.
answer, Claire or Davey?
Davey won't talk to us.
Wow, won't
He
he?
said Claire likes to talk.
Is he a bit shy?
He just runs lots.
It's a bit like the Drakford household, that, isn't it?
Hello, are you there, Claire?
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, Claire.
Good
Good evening, Claire.
Good evening.
Claire, I must warn you, I'm with Dean and Steve. I don't know if you've ever watched the show before, but your name comes up every single week.
Well, I only know that because Kieran Featon told me in Tesco a few weeks ago, actually. So we tuned in a few weeks, was it last week?
Yeah.
And listened in, and we didn't realise that actually we were being spoken about.
Weekly. You and Davey are getting on with that running, aren't you? I think you've been, is it about 8 months or so, maybe even longer, that you've just started to pound these marathons out, haven't you?
Yeah, it started last January. Davey came up with the fantastic idea of doing 12 marathons in 12 months.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing 19, and so far I think we're on 18 this year.
But they're not normal marathons, are they?
So we kind of have a variety of marathons that we do. We do a lot down in Walton-on-Thames, which are lapped marathons. So they're quite challenging because obviously you're going up and down the same piece of towpath, but they make you quite strong actually mentally.
Yeah, I bet that's amazing.
We do a few off-road ones. We do a few sort of more normal ones. The Abingdon. I was fortunate enough to do London this year as well, which was just amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're good fun.
And your
the
medal haul looks amazing.
Oh no, that is absolutely magnificent. We're actually really chuffed to bits with our medal collection. We just need to figure out how we're going to display them without actually pulling the house down.
Super.
Who's got the most medals, you or Davey?
That'll be Davey. Davey's probably about 9-10 ahead of me, I think.
Yeah.
He is here, but I don't know how much you're going to get out of him because he's a bit shy.
Right.
We were discussing that before you came on air and said that he wouldn't be talking much.
Bit
but-
like me, I'm shy as well. So
Claire, I'm not a great runner, and that's an understatement. How did he talk you into it? Did you do much running before last January, or were you, like me? And how on earth did he talk you into it?
Well, Davey's a charmer, as you know. He's got the looks, and he's a very good schmoozer.
He is. I can vouch for that.
Well, that sounds like me, right? So me and him have got something in common.
Oh dear.
And great legs. Obviously, he's got great legs as
That's
well.
not-
So.
that's-
Yeah.
He's
That's
1-0.
me.
He's 1-0 up.
that's me. That is.
I just wanted to get her back into running, so I said, how about we just do 12 marathons in 12 months to set ourselves a challenge?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, good idea.
Well, you could do 12
agreed, but
12
I
park
just kept
runs,
upping it
or
to- 12 became 13, and then it just ended up just getting more and more. So that's it, basically. Yeah, it's just
Ah.
12. It's just gone on from there,
Wow.
And
and she loves it now.
Well, I hope she does.
now, what's
She
all
does. She definitely does.
what's all the nonsense about running, pushing buggies? Do you
Oh, yeah,
know
I love-
what that
I love-
does
I
to
love
normal
running.
people like me?
I love running with the buggy. It's great fun. Done 9 marathons with the buggy so far.
Really? Oh my god.
She's getting older and heavier now, so it's hard to push her for 26 miles.
She's 17 years old. She sits in her buggy and does her own work.
So she's
Yeah,
so
it will be like that.
she sits in the buggy for, I don't know, how long does it take you to run a marathon?
Well, the most she's been there is almost 5 hours she sat in the buggy for.
And does the iPad charge last that long?
She has nothing. She just looks at all the ducks and boats and whatever's
Really?
around she can look at. Really, yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely superb. That's
She's very
brilliant.
good in the buggy.
Yeah.
And how old's Pixie now?
She's 3 now. So I don't know how many more marathons she's got left in her.
She'll be running them
Probably
soon.
not
She's actually quite a good runner now in her own right, actually. We've started to take her down to the junior park run.
Excellent.
Obviously, she's a little bit too young, but we just we don't do the barcode thing. We just run around one lap with her, and she absolutely adores it. She just loves taking part, and she loves the tiger that chases her. she's her little legs. She's very quick.
Brilliant.
And when we've just done 5 marathons in 5 days, and she decides to take off, then no one's really catching her.
So come on in. What's the aim with all of these marathons? How far are you going? When are you going to stop? And when can we come and see Davey's legs?
Oh, well, I mean, anytime. Davey's legs are something to behold. They are quite gorgeous.
I must admit, I have chased him a couple of times, Claire, as you well known over the years. And unfortunately, there's been a bit of a challenge set. I've not actually shared this with Steve and Dean yet, but us three are coming down to a Striders session soon.
That's all right.
So,
Yay, that's brilliant.
we're going to come down and get some
okay.
videos. Perhaps I should video because you two are obviously more athletic.
And we can compare legs and
We
things like
could
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, and then use those videos against us in evidence later on. Yeah, I'm having that.
So we're coming down to the Striders for a training session. It's going to be great fun. But how long are you going to continue the marathons for?
So the ultimate goal is the 100 Marathon Club.
There it is.
Right.
That's what we're aiming for, and we're making quite good progress with that.
Well, we've currently started the 52 marathons in 52 weeks.
I hadn't agreed on that, but apparently now I have.
Ooh.
Ouch.
So this year we'll be achieving 26 in 52 weeks, but as well as that, we're now started work on 52 in 52, and next April I think we are doing 10 marathons in 10 days.
I need to ask this one. Are you racing these or are you just training runs? And what I mean is are you going out there and getting your body around it, or are you, like, let's be honest, you're both very good runners. You're fast runners. Davey was exceptionally fast. I remember when I used to run with him. Is he running those, as in racing them, or is he just getting his body over it?
No, well, I'm not racing them. Like I would, my PB's 3:10, so.
Yeah.
But I average probably 4:15 for them 5 and 5. So I do try hard to get round in between 3:50 and 4:05.
I'd be trying
Or a
hard if I
marathon.
got round in that time.
I do try and get round as quick as I can.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just too tired after multiple days, and it is a question of just finishing.
You just nurse your way through them. And for me, if I can finish a marathon without sobbing, that's a good day.
Superb.
I did howl on Saturday in 32 degrees. On day 4 of the 5 in 5, there were a few tears and quite a bit of snot flying. But I sort of persevered and got through. And then the next day was 10 degrees cooler, so it was absolutely fine. But I'm the more emotional one, and Dave is more
The good
pragmatic about it. He gets it done. He's stronger than I am.
People say to me, "Why don't you take up running, Dean?" And then I think, "Yeah, could do." And then I hear about tears and snot, and it puts me off again.
if tears and snot are the least of your worries when you're a runner.
Yeah, stick to your cricket, Dean.
Yeah.
Superb. Well, look, thank you very much for joining us both. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to keep reading you out. I kept you two out of the news this week because I knew you were coming on. So the Striders have already been read. We're going to be at the 10K charity run. You'll probably be running that about 4 or 5 times where you're in that day.
Yeah, no doubt.
That Chris and the gang are organising. But yeah, we'll be along there and we'll be seeing you definitely at a Strider session soon.
Super. That's brilliant.
Super.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Keep it going.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Were you going to tell us about this Striders night?
I don't know where he thinks
Joe?
he's going to fit it in. We've got Stephen's ladies to get to.
I'm booking us for Tuesday evenings because I know we're generally all free.
He's filling the diary up nicely there, isn't he?
I am. We're busy next Tuesday,
Oh yeah,
haven't we?
Yeah.
You've forgotten, Steve, haven't you?
I had forgotten,
I-
but it's crept up. It's
Yes.
the middle of July nearly.
I just do as I'm told, you know that.
Should we do North Arts Roadrunner? Russell Lefevre.
This is smooth tonight, isn't it? This is so smooth.
3 North Arts Roadrunners went to Rest Park in Bedfordshire for the Silso Stride.
How many?
3 A 10k race over fields and farm tracks. Linda Aird, who finished first in her age category 55-23, said, "This was a really nice local event raising money for the local school. The course was very nice but quite challenging. Rough underfoot in many places, undulating with uneven surfaces, and lots of fallen branches on the tracks, so you had to really watch your step." Finishing just in front of Linda was Lucy O'Connor, also first in her age category, and third home from the club was current Squirrel of the Month, Lorna Chambers, in 66 minutes. All 3 ladies were very happy with their outing, but it may have been more than the race itself. Linda continued, "The homemade cake stall at the end was absolutely epic, as was the size of the cake slices." You love a large slice, don't you, Steve?
Yep.
Covering the same distance, Gillian Boys took on the Run Orwell 10k. She reported, "On this beautiful, sunny and breezy day, the course was a wonderful off-road route which passed the wonderful Greenwich Meridian marker globe, which was the theme of the finisher's medal. Quoting the words, 'Everyone crosses the line.' She completed the race in 50:35 and finished second lady, proudly wearing her squirrel's vest." Stuart Overton and Nathan Pask took part in the Finsbury Park 5000s on Friday evening. Stuart commented, "Organised by London Heathside, it's proved to be a really good event. Packed races and plenty of spectators on a sunny London evening. Races organised in time order, giving a good chance to run in competitive races with similar standard runners." Stuart ran 16:36 in race 6 and 7, and Nathan ran 16:12 in the final race of the evening. Tackling a much longer distance, Sue Foote ran the Hearts Hobble on Sunday, and the veteran marathon runner said the whole route was just over 27 miles, starting in Buntingford, out to Great Holmead, Little Chisel, Reed, Chipping, and back to Buntingford. The terrain varied from grass trails to stony tracks, woods and farmland. It was a complicated route, but there was plenty of food and drink at the 3 checkpoints. Overall, a very enjoyable event.
3. I love the North Arts Roadrunners. News from you, Dean.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. But welcome, Doreen. We can't see anything if you're talking to us.
Hello, Doreen.
Can you see my shirt?
Yeah.
Dor, he's got your shirt on. Look at that. Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow. So come on in. What's happening this weekend?
Stevenage have travelled today to Jersey.
Wow. From Luton, by plane, abroad.
Yeah.
Abroad.
Yeah, they've gone abroad.
European tour. European tour?
Straw donkeys and big hats.
First time ever, isn't it?
Have you ever been to Jersey?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yes.
Nice.
Lovely place.
He was very quick there, wasn't he?
Yes. Did you cycle there?
No.
It's not the yes/no game.
Yeah. It's like interviewing Peter Taylor. No, the other one, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah.
So yeah, do you know what? I walked in my place of work this morning, and
Weatherspoons.
I saw footballers in the reception area at 7:15.
Drinking.
They hadn't gone to bed.
Ruined.
Don't. You know Mamria listens to this. And I couldn't believe it. I checked my watch to make sure I wasn't late. I don't usually see him walk 10:15. You will become public knowledge in the next 24 hours or so.
You don't know something that you
I
can't
do know
tell.
something that I'm not allowed to tell.
Something's going to happen.
Cannot be a presenter
And
on a local sports show, know something and not...
Yeah, but I dug myself in there, didn't I? I shouldn't have said that. I
I
didn't
know
need
something. I'm not going to tell you, but when it's happened, I'm going to tell you all of that.
I was right all along. However, I shouldn't have gone down that route.
It's
And
the
I was
yes,
in.
no,
I was in too deep, so I might as well have just carried on
The
anyway.
initials SS. Okay.
SS.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Does he have
Does he wear
ginger
glasses? He's got blonde
moustache?
hair. Yeah, it's Frank.
I used to love Guess Who.
I still love Guess Who.
They are.
Yeah.
I can't play anymore. I get really annoyed by it.
Yeah. It's April Beach.
Is it all hipster now, the new Guess Who that comes out in Smiths?
Yeah, I think so.
Keeping you up, Steve.
Yeah. I still can't get over Edgbaston. Should we talk to Russell?
Let's
10
talk to...
o'clock.
Right, let me tap his number in. Talk amongst yourselves, everyone.
077.
Oh, double... Chocolate Eclair. Emmanuel Petit.
No, just talk normal.
Patrick Vieira.
I think.
Oh, shall I turn the volume up? It's much easier.
Yeah, we'll hear him then, won't we?
Is it Russell?
Yeah, it is.
I'll let you say hello to him first.
Okay.
He's not answering.
He knows.
Hello.
Good evening, Russell. Hi, it's Dean here from SG1 Radio.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
We're very good. Jay is alongside me, along with Steve. So we're here to for you to tell us all about this big game on Saturday and you know the Jersey Bulls. Exciting times for you guys.
Yeah, really exciting times. It's our first fixture, so it's an historical occasion. It's we're the first ever club from Jersey in the Channel Islands to be entering the English National League in our first official league game in August. So the island's excited, we're excited. There's been a lot of preparation going into it. So yeah, we're looking forward to the fixture.
How does it all come about? Whose idea was this Jersey Bulls then?
Well, probably 18 months ago, it was down to myself, three other people that I know are passionate about football locally. We met in a pub of all places on the island, and we had a brief chat about where we saw football going, and we're all involved in football anyway on the island. We've played, we've managed, we've been involved at different levels, and we thought, right, what's the next stage? You might be aware that Jersey applied to join UEFA and become a nation competing against other countries. This wasn't successful, unfortunately. A really good application we put forward as an island, but on the grounds of the fact that the United Nations don't consider us an independent nation, we were refuted that. So we then thought, well, what is next? What's the opportunities for our top players on the island? Guernsey FC, across the water, about an hour away, they've been doing it for 9 years. And we thought this is the next stage for our island, and it's something we need to push forward and offer the opportunity to our top players.
Jersey and Guernsey, they both feature in the Commonwealth Games, is that correct?
Yeah, they do. And also Jersey and Guernsey
compete in the World Cricket League as a country. We compete at bowls as a country. We compete at table tennis. So in some sports we're considered a nation, and in some sports we're not. So, I mean, it went right to the top in terms of we sent a party to the UEFA Congress meeting in Slovakia, presented to all the 55 nations, and it was voted upon. The island took UEFA to the Court of Sports arbitration and was successful in getting it passed in order to take it to the next stage and actually get it the members to decide on whether we could be an independent nation and competing in UEFA. But it wasn't to be, and even if it was to be, I think having a club competing here on the island at a high level would be great for the players to be able to step up and compete as a nation. So it's not something the island's ruled out. It's probably something we'd still like to pursue, maybe later down the line. But having a club like ourselves competing in a national league is something a great stepping stone.
And okay, back to Jersey Bulls, and there's going to be some challenges, isn't there, for you to feature against teams from the mainland on a weekly basis?
Yeah, we'll have to fly. Obviously, to our fixtures, it's about a 45-minute flight. So every weekend we'll either be flying teams to Jersey to play against us, or we'll be flying our squad to primarily London Gatwick to play against teams in our league. So we're going to be doing that, for 38 league games, possibly another 10 cup games. So logistics, there's a lot of logistics behind it. When the English FA came over, they were impressed with how the club's being run. Although we're in effectively Division 10, if you like, Step 6 of the National League system.
Yeah.
They were impressed. They said that you're virtually trying to run your club like a professional club at the moment. It has to be run like that. It's going to be a big business in terms of financially to run a club like this for a season. And we've got a great team of people behind the club working hard. But ultimately, every penny is going to count as we go forward. We have to be sensible. We have to be diligent and make sure we do everything properly and make sure the club is sustainable. Like Guernsey have shown, they've been going nearly 9 years, I think now. So it's doable. We've got a professional rugby team on the island who compete in the English leagues. We've got another rugby team that competes in the English leagues, albeit at a lower level. We've got a netball team that competes in the English league. So it was just really football at the moment on the island, which wasn't really giving its top players that regular competitive football.
You have a very famous netballer, don't you?
Pardon?
You have a very famous netballer from the island, and a very famous footballer in these parts from Jersey, in the Guthrie brother and sister combo.
I know, they're a talented family. What can I say? Very talented. I think Serena's going to be captain in the England netball team, which we're really proud about. He had a cracking end to the season with Stevenage. I know he's been getting on the score sheet quite regularly. So they're a talented family.
So I've got to ask. Sorry, it's Jay here. I've not said hello this evening. How have you found these players? Have all of your players come from the island?
That's correct.
Okay.
Wow.
And please take this how it's meant to sound. What do you think they're ready to compete in Step 6 in an English league? Are they good enough?
Yeah, we feel they're good enough. Guernsey are now competing at Step 4.
Wow.
We compete annually against Guernsey in something called the Marathi, which is a traditional fixture which both islands compete in and have done for many, many years. And we compete against Guernsey. We beat Guernsey this year.
Wow.
All our players are local. They're all I think that's one thing which they've seen Guernsey doing, is competing in the National League system and think, well, we've beaten Guernsey. Why don't we get the opportunity to do this? So now they have it.
How did you get the link with Stevenage then?
Say that again, sorry.
How did you set up the link with Stevenage Football Club?
How did the game come about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came about. We've got a local footballer on the island called Kieran Hocking. He's close friends with Alex Tunbridge, who's the CEO of Stevenage Football Club. And having had a meeting with Kieran, he said, look, shall I contact Alex? What are you considering for your first sort of pre-season games? We know that Guernsey played against Bristol City as one of their first fixtures, a professional outfit, and we thought, well, that's something we'd like to do. We spoke with Alex probably half a year ago now. We had a meeting with him. He came to the island, had a look at the facilities, was impressed with what he saw, and we've now got the fixture up and running. They arrived in the island today. I know they've been training. I think they did a bit of beach training today. Quite a warm day down at one of our beaches in Bellard's Bay, which is lovely. And they're training tomorrow, training again Friday, and then we've got the fixture on Saturday at 3 o'clock.
And do you play on grass or you a 4G surface?
It's a 3G surface,
right.
A 4G surface, and it's synthetic that we'll be playing on Saturday, which suits us in the long term in terms of using, in terms of playing fixtures, flying teams in, not having to worry about the fact the game's going to be cancelled. It's going to be a waterlogged pitch at the last minute.
Income generating as well through younger age groups on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, we won't be currently very similar to Guernsey FC model. We've had one standalone team at the moment, one men's team, so we don't have any junior teams at present.
Wow.
We're looking to run that senior team, and reasons for that, there was to have junior teams competing, we'd have to fly them away as well. We wouldn't want them competing on the island against other clubs. It wouldn't be fair.
Oh, wow.
For one club, you'd find, I think all the young players would go to that club. And,
sure.
And it would probably ruin the local junior league. So the only way we do it is by the time the opportunity arose for us to actually send junior teams as well away to the UK, to make sure that the local junior leagues weren't ruined, so to speak, by entering teams to that. Yeah.
How many people are you expecting at the ground on Saturday?
I think at the moment, ticket sales, we've sold over 400 at the moment. I don't know. It's always going up every single day as we approach the fixture.
Yeah.
And I know there'll be quite. I spoke to a lot of people who said, "Oh, I'm coming to the game." So I think there'll be a lot of walk-up crowd on the day.
Yeah.
Selling tickets online is not something which has ever been an option for local football fans, so it's probably not something they're used to. They're not used to having to go online and buy tickets. It's a case of I'll turn up, and I'll probably turn up 1 minute before the game and walk in and maybe hand over a £1 coin and go, there you go, I'm done, I'm in.
I know.
So we're now saying, get online, buy your ticket online. You'll get an online ticket with a barcode, and you'll be scanned on the way in. And I think a few people might take a little bit of getting used to. So I think we'll have a fair few walk up on the day. I mean, it'd be great to get a big crowd in. I think the stadium capacity is 7,000. We're not going to get anywhere near that, but it'd be great to get into the four figures, if you like, and get a decent crowd.
I know there's a good few travelling across from Stevenage. We were going to come ourselves, but it just didn't happen in the end. But there should be a decent enough crowd there, and people enjoying themselves.
Yeah, sure. I know we've got some Stevenage fans coming across, making a trip across to the game, so we'll welcome them to the ground. I know they've got their area in the stand, which is reserved for them, for the Stevenage supporters. I think I've spoken to a few Stevenage supporters on the island as well, who there are supporters here as well that are looking to get their top out and put their Stevenage top on for.
Really?
I don't really see many people wearing them around the island, I'm sure.
Probably listen on the radio.
I'm sure there are some fans.
That's unbelievable. I spoke to one young fan on Monday. He is leaving Saturday morning at 2 a.m. to get to Gatwick Airport, 5 o'clock flight, get out, watch the game, 4 hours at the airport, wait, back to Gatwick Saturday night. Unbelievable.
Wow. Unbelievable. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing that it's right away across England, isn't it? I mean, the passion and sort of commitment that fans put into supporting their club is just phenomenal, isn't it? There's the lengths people go to at every level is brilliant. So, yeah, I mean, great. Hopefully, if we see anyone getting a bit sleepy in the stand, we'll have to give them a nudge, you know, to do options 2 in the morning.
Well, this is Stevenage, so there might
yeah,
be a
that's
few
brilliant.
of them.
We're hoping the kit gets there because the kit man, the last picture we saw, he was in Guernsey, so I think he's got the wrong island.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on there, Russell. He's ended up on Guernsey. We assume he's gone by. Would he have gone by ferry and he's passing through Guernsey, or has he just taken a wrong turn?
I think he's probably taken a race. Has he got his own boat, or has he got on the passenger boat? Or what's he done? Has he got...
He would have driven the kit van down and then got on a ferry.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I suppose he's got another sort of.
I know
72
that it's been very windy today, and I know with the boat travel has been maybe a bit rough. So maybe he just had enough and want to get off and not feeling too well, and he thought I'll just stay in.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So give us
I
a
think he's due
few.
to come tomorrow.
Give us a few fixtures. Who are you going to be up against this season? What sort of teams have you sort of?
Fleet Spurs. We're playing. It's all teams in the Combined Counties League Division 1. So we're playing Fleet Spurs. We're playing Ash United. We're playing Godalming.
Sorry.
Godalming, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're playing for Dorking Wanderers Reserves. Not their first team.
Right.
It's going to be a great day out for those players, isn't it, to come to you?
Yeah, they might want a trip to Jersey, so a few of the first team might drop down. So we've got a few teams. So I think a lot of our local fans won't really know too much about these teams. Obviously, the teams we're playing against won't know too much about us either, but I think that's the excitement. I think we live on a small island. When we play football fixtures, often, I played football locally when I was younger, and often you turn up and you knew quite a few of the players you were going to be playing against. So to play against new opposition, new teams is going to be exciting for our players to be able to challenge themselves. Yeah, they're looking forward to. We had our first official training session last night. So I mean, it's a bit of a last minute. We've just literally started pre-season, and we had 34 player squad, all chosen from different.
Everyone wants to play on Saturday, don't they?
I'll tell you what, Russell. Dino Maria's been training for the last month just for this one game.
They've got 5 training sessions in 3 days over here, so
yeah,
they're packing it in.
He's a hard task.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough test, full-time professionals.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough test, but it's an exciting challenge for the squad. I know they're desperate, all desperate to be in that starting 11 to play on Saturday.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Hopefully we get a good crowd.
Russell, good luck for the season. Good luck Saturday. Good luck
absolutely.
for the season. Enjoy having Dino and boys, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the season. We'll be following your results.
And look after Stevenage for us.
Will do. Best of luck to Stevenage this season, and all the best. Yeah, thanks for calling.
Thanks, Russell.
Cheers, Russell.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Russell.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
He loves his football, doesn't he? He loves his football. You can tell. Oh, we got a bit of buzzing.
It's Steve's microphone.
There you go.
There you go. There it is.
What a nice man.
Yeah. That could be interesting. They only started training last night.
We might as well have gone over.
You know when you used to get like England versus Marine? Oh, there were a bunch of plasterers, a fish keeper,
Postman.
just turn up for the trials, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I want that Scott Cuthbert. That's not how they talk in Jersey.
Talking about the kit, it's a new kit going over.
Perhaps he's been told to lose it. Go and bury that kit somewhere, Keith.
The new kit with the new badge and the new sponsors on it, and everybody's getting a bit moist over it, aren't they?
Emotional.
Moist.
Come on, who wants to go first on the kit? Come on, Dean.
Come on, Dean. Come on, you had plenty to say on Twitter last night.
I did, because I thought people were overreacting and being silly. And
why?
For want of a better phrase, Steve, it's just a kit.
Well, everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Of course they are. But since when have they become Christian Dior or, any of the French fashion houses?
Thank you.
To football kit.
Did you like my tweet?
Sorry, have you?
There's a lot of fashion experts.
Yeah.
Have you,
I'll refer you.
have you looked in your own wardrobe?
Look, I don't ever.
Never claimed to be one of you.
No. And you, but I don't know that vest.
I told you this is the third kit. It's keeper kit.
Look, I refer the honourable gentleman to Barcelona. I'll refer you to Juventus. I'll refer you to Newcastle United.
I'll refer you to Stevenage Football Club.
I'll refer you to Crystal Palace this season, Southampton. There are 20-odd teams change their kit away from the regular of what the norm is. It is football, folks. It's 2019, 2020. It's changing. Get with it, Grandad.
Stevenage don't have a norm. They don't. You don't say Stevenage are stripes anymore. You don't say Stevenage are white shirts anymore. They don't have a normal kit. If that's the case, we'd have stripes every season. What's wrong with it? I nearly swore there. It's a football kit.
Do you like
Gambia next April and dole them all out over there?
So
my mate Jozza will let me have his at the end of the season.
I won't buy a football top, and
football tops don't suit me.
That's not because I don't need to buy a football top because that's rubbish. For me, I wouldn't wear a football top.
No.
The only time I'd wear it is if I'm running around and having a game of football with my mates, and I'd
Which
wear
is what
it.
a football shirt's for.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear it in the stands. That's me.
We couldn't wear it in the stand. You can't wear a football shirt in
the winter
in a stand
in a commentary box,
unless you're from Accrington or something like that.
No, but I'm saying, like, for example, I thought last year's away kit was the best away kit we've ever had.
Blue and it was.
What's wrong with this one? I like it. It's different. It's striking, and people will recognise it.
Look,
it's nothing.
Soccer AM put it up on
untasteful
their Facebook today. There's 720 odd likes and there's 400 odd comments. Hey, people are knowing about Stevenage again.
I think it's a very simple.
People don't like Burger King.
I think the analytics look at it.
Yeah,
it's gone places. Burger King are on it. It's gone places.
Yeah.
They're giving the shirt away. Are they doing that for a reason? I don't know. They're not, because things are happening at the club.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I got a bit upset last night because my good friend Sev has put a big white blob over the Burger King.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I don't want to bite off the hand that feeds me. We've had a tyre company as our main sponsor. Let's say, and I have got absolutely no idea what Stapleton's paid. Let's say they paid £150,000 per season. Burger King have got to be giving us $500,000, yeah?
Yeah.
500,000. Don't diss that. That. Why do you think we've made 3 signings in a day? Boom, 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 like we did yesterday. Why do you think we've got another 4 or 5 on trial? Decent footballers, with a couple of unknowns, a couple of players that we do know. We've got to sign a management team. I think people are going to raise an eyebrow when they see the management team coming in.
I would like to.
And there's budget there. There is now budget there, and we are able to compete a little bit higher up than what we're used to.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. And I think the calibre. You look at the signings yesterday. I mean, I'm not very good with League Two players or what's around League Two, but you can already tell there's a good calibre of player
Chris
coming
Stokes
in.
wins promotion with an excellent Bury side.
Yeah,
played 36 games out of 46 for them.
Yeah,
good player. This lad from Chesterfield.
I think
rave reviews.
You should go through Twitter. You should clip every negative thing that's being said at the minute. We'll print them off and we'll come here at the end of the season. We'll start talking about
Jay,
it.
I'm just sick of it. You go on Twitter, you go on the forum, and do you have an opinion? Yes, no. But do you have to keep labouring on about it? Do you like the shirt? No. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Is it going to affect anything on the pitch? No. Did I like last season's kit? Not particularly.
Yeah.
Did I care?
I'm not very good with a musical ear. I'm not very good with a fashion eye. So it don't bother me. Like I think I read somewhere they could wear pink dresses if they win promotion.
It's a results-based business. It really is a results-based business. So I'm really not fussed about it.
But it's everything that the club is coming out with at the moment, which is
that.
all good stuff. All right. The shirt, it's just done for a reason. The sponsor has brought in a lot of money. The new stand, nobody started on that yet, have they? Wait till that's opened and people start moaning about that.
Oh, we ain't got a toilet. Oh, it's blocked. But we're going to Jersey. There's things we're doing that other clubs must be sitting there scratching their head going, boxing, how are they doing that? You've got clubs like Morecambe. You've got clubs like Forest Green have got money, obviously, but that's not a great example. But teams around that bottom six, they think, how's he doing that?
I'll tell you how they're doing it. There was one name mentioned in that interview.
Yeah,
did you pick up on that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Alex Tunbridge.
Yeah.
Alex Tunbridge is working his nuts off for Stevenage Football Club and the fans and everybody there, and so that we've all got something to come and watch on a Saturday afternoon. And for some people, that's not good enough.
You're right, Steve.
Agreed.
You're right.
Agreed.
But we'll be accused of being Alex's friend.
Well, yeah, I know Alex. We all know Alex, but you know, I know a lot of people.
I think the thing that I've kind of looked at a couple of bits and pieces, mainly on Borough Chat, which for me is an internal fans forum. It's not, the world can look in, but it's an internal fans forum to go and put your gripe on there, etc., etc. I think there was a lot of things written this week that were unjust towards him, and actually at the heart of it, forget his business nous and how he goes about doing stuff, which has been great. He's a Borough fan. Folks, wake up.
However,
he's a Borough fan.
Don't talk on a keyboard and say things that you wouldn't say to somebody's face.
I invited one of them on here last week, didn't I? Didn't hear a peep back. There was one person.
so did I, actually. A player.
Well, that was never going to happen, was it? But a lot of people that have worked with Alex from inside the club, well, I've worked with Alex, and he's been a generally decent chap. And that's all you can say about him for me. He's a generally, he's got me to do things in life.
People don't know. They're busybodies. They think they know what's going on at the club, and if there's something there they don't like, we got a badge. We don't like the badge. Do you like the badge? I don't know. Do I like it? I like the old badge. I've got to be honest. But the new badge is there. Am I going to start slagging off the CEO for it? No. There were 12 people on the committee that selected that badge.
All fans.
All fans of the club.
Maybe one or two.
Why is nobody picking on them?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You carry on, Stephen.
I'm going home in a minute.
I think I made this point last night. This football club is at its best when everyone's pulling in the right direction. And you've heard Dino say this in the last 12 months. There's not many of them, so we might as well look after the ones we've got. We've all got to be in the same direction. Stop whinging.
Works both ways.
Enjoy your football. Enjoy being in the company of other Stevenage fans and cheer on those lads. And we're going to see them next week. Tuesday and Wednesday there's games. Saturday. And some of them are going to see the lads on Saturday.
Less than 2 weeks until we're back at the Lamex Stadium.
And it's going to be great. And look what Graham achieved with very little money. 2 back-to-back promotions from the conference, trophies, and we were all pulling in the same direction. We were all talking off the same hymn sheet. Not everyone liked Graham. Not everyone liked his methods.
Really?
I was talking to someone this morning about it. He was like, "Oh, you weren't here when Graham was here." It was like, and he said, "Well, there's a lot of." He said it was worth being around just for the stories you could tell in later life. But we all believed in what he said. And, Dino is very much similar. He's a winner. He doesn't want to lose anything. 2 raindrops going down the window pane, he'll bet on, he'll want his one to win. And that's how I see it. Let's be on the same page. Let's all love each other and let's all get on and spread the happiness.
Look at her.
Anyway.
Hey, what about could be getting some more money from in the club as well today.
Luke Freeman
gone to Sheffield United.
I don't think that's as much as you. Isn't it profit?
I don't know.
The profit that.
I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is. It's going to be some money, isn't it?
There is some money in there.
Yeah.
There'll be all sorts of tie-ins and whatever that just don't make their way through. But
right, well, we're nearing the end of the show. There's only 4 minutes left. We've got cricket news and we've got Fairlands Valley Spartans.
All right. Shall I do the cricket?
Go on, I'll do the Spartans if you want, Dean. It's up to you.
Okay, Watford 182 for 10 in 46.5 overs. Beat Stevenage first, who made 176 in 45.3 by 6 runs. Stevenage were missing 4 key players, and it showed as they failed by 6 runs to chase down the home side's total on what was a below-par pitch. 2 early wickets by Charlie Goodchild settled Stevenage, followed by 2 wickets apiece for Mike Philpotts, and Moses Anil reduced the home side to 103 for 7. However, the visitors failed to capitalise on this, and the home team's recovery to 182 was an above-average total for the conditions. In response, Stevenage started poorly, being 22 for 3, with Hayward, Derrick and skipper Gary Brown back in the pavilion. The recovery came from Michael Tyler with 31, Laurie Brown with 40, who added 77 in a fourth wicket stand. This was followed by a collapse to 126 for 8, however, like the home side. The Stevenage tail wagged, and with Asif Mahmood with 44 leading the way, supported by Moses Anel with 16, and the bonus result was just out of reach. Family Fun Day, 7th of July 2019 from 1pm. This event was rescheduled from last month due to the weather. Junior training will be on as normal until 11:45. Then from 1pm we have barbecue, parents versus juniors match, fun sessions, and the big event where the under-12 parents will be taking on the under-12 team in a game of hardball cricket. Do you reckon Dean will get selected for that? Relax and enjoy the entertainment with refreshments from barbecue and a cool drink from the bar. He'll probably get involved with that one. The weather is looking good so far. All are welcome. Please feel free to bring family and friends.
That's this week, is it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Felons Valley Spartans have been promoted. The Stevenage-based club came from behind in the last counting race of the season to win promotion from Division 2 to Division 1 on the midweek league. This was helped by a massive turnout of 109 runners in last Wednesday's race. And the Spartans had more than enough for 5 women's teams, a total of 45 female runners and 5 men's teams, a total of 64 runners. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Nearly 500 runners run the lap 10k course, 2-lap 10k course, which finished in Fairlands Valley Park, and it was packed. And I met Jake Amos's wife. It was lovely. A nice chat with her, and he was stood there in his cycling shorts. That's 22.5% of the whole race for Spartans. They've been promoted. Congratulations to you all. The females won on the night an important margin of 7 places, and the men were second. The veteran men won the category, their category, and the women were second. Too many great performances for one release, but they included Gail Mackey, Ashley King, Susie Hawkins, Michelle Reeves, PB by 128 and 8th in 48.26. And our friend Juco Gordon, who we've still not met, beat the 100 women decades younger than her. What? Beat 100 women decades younger than her to be 21st overall and win the women's 65 place category in 46.07. That's it. That's us done. We have got a charity called Louis on with us next week. We've also got Jack Collison on the phone or interviewed. So there we go. Angie, this is life. We've been Sports Scene. Good night.
We made it.